Max 1 centimeter. Ignition. Both. Prop clear. Throttle 2000 RPM. Okay. Alright. Oil pressure is in the green. Fuel pressure, coolant is in the green. Roger. Avionics switches on. Transponder, standby. Oil temperature is 36 degrees, a little bit cold. Alright. Taxi light on. And radio call. Teuge Radio, goedemiddag, Papa Hotel Romeo Golf Juliet.
Juliet.
Papa Golf Juliet, local VFR solo flight. Captain's name is Dear Spitsmart 1P. Will you request aerodrome info?
Spitsmart, roger. Runway 26.
Runway 26, Papa Golf Juliet. Alright. Flaps up. Flight instruments. Okay. Then we go to taxi out.
Kilo for Charlie for the 26 left hand. Charlie.
Parking brake release.
Teuge Radio, Foxtrot Oscar is for the same details as before. Same details as well.
Brake check. Check. Okay, we have some light precipitation at the moment. A little bit rain. But visibility is still good.
Echo Sierra leaving the circuit, remaining on your frequency.
So we will make one circuit, one landing to see if I have the vibe today. Very important. And if the weather is good enough, we can leave the circuit for a couple of minutes and do some air work, some steep turns or something. Alright, left is clear, right is clear. Okay, there's another dual engine doing a run up here. Alright. Still have to wait for the oil temperature to come up to 50 degrees before we can do the run up. So I will increase the power to 2500 RPM to speed it up a little bit. Alright, 49 is okay. 4000 RPM. Pull the stick. Magnetos. First the right. Drop is okay. Left. Drop is okay. Acceptable.
Papa Echo Sierra, it's 2
Fuel pump
minutes
off.
to Sierra.
Pressure is still okay. Fuel pump on. And duct is in the green. Alright. Reduce to idle. Canopy closed and latched. Fuel selector fullest tank is the left tank, yeah. Aux pump on. Engine parameters, everything is in the green now. Flight instruments checked, gyro compass is lined up and the altimeter is set correctly. Radio and nav set and checked. Flaps takeoff, trim takeoff. Flight controls. free and easy. Lights, taxi lights off, landing lights, nav lights on. Transponder out. Takeoff briefing. I'm gonna depart from runway 26. Whenever something happens before half of the runway, which is abeam the hangar of our flight school, and we're still on the ground, we pull back the power and apply full brakes. If we're airborne already, before half of the runway, we pull back the power and land back on the runway. And when we passed abeam the hangar, we are airborne, we try to look for a field left or right. In this case, the wind is not that strong, so it doesn't really matter. 65 knots, and then we try to land in the field. Alright, takeoff briefing completed. Parking brake, release. There we go. First we look out for some traffic. I hear nothing on the radios and no traffic at base, as far as I can see. Nice. Papa Golf Juliet, lining up 26.
Papa Sierra Sierra for full stop. 26 left. 26 left.
Okay, indeed. Runway 26. Slightly wind right on the nose. Full power. Airspeed alive. Engage turbo. 55 knots. Rotate. We will climb with 70 knots. A little bit right foot. Feet. After takeoff checks. Flaps up, fuel pump, landing light on. Disengage the turbo. Okay, the sky is actually really smooth. No turbulence.
No focus on collection. Alpha Bravo.
Really nice.
Shadow from the west. 1 minute. Whiskey Bravo 26, left hand circuit. 26, left hand. Alpha Whiskey Bravo.
700 feet. Level up. Power to 4500 RPM.
Radio, Papauto, Romeo, Tango Mike, goeiedag. Tango Mike, goedemiddag.
Okay, turning downwind.
Goedemiddag, morgen IVAR flight or VFR to IVAR flight to Rotterdam. Imperator Captain to POV on board requesting airdrop information. Jeremy 26, okay. Call you back for the clearance. Number 26, Papa Tango Mike.
Papa Golf Juliet, beginning downwind 26, touching off. Okay, downwind checks, canopy closed. Seatbelts fast, parking brake release, power 4500 RPM. Flaps, carpet, don't do it today. Fuel pump, landing light on. Speed is okay. Okay. I'm looking for traffic, there's another one joining the circuit now.
Okay,
there's traffic. Turning final, yeah, okay. I start reducing now. Power 3700 RPM and looking for 70 knots.
contact line. Just
Turning base now. Flaps approach. Above the road, check. $70 knots, speed is okay.
the arrow, over 26, left-hand circuit. 26 left-hand. Alpha Golf Juliet, final 26, touch and hope. Golf Juliet, touch and hope.
Little bit high. Flaps landing. Speed is still too high. Nice approach. Flaps take off, full power. 55 knots, rotate.
Tango Mike, ready to copy. Sure, Viva departure runway 26, squawk 7000, regional QH 1009er. 5 opening, Dutch fill frequency 125.930, read back. Okay, runway 26, VFR departure, squawk 7000, QNH 1009er and
400 feet after takeoff checks. Fuel pump, landing light on, flaps up and turbo disengage.
Whiskey Brown, final 26 welcome. Whiskey Brown.
And looking for traffic. Crosswind now and leveling off. Okay, I just want to get a little bit more comfortable with the low visibility, so I'm doing one more circuit, then try to leave the circuit, but I don't know if we're gonna make it.
Foxtrot Oscar, that's Sierra 26, stop.
Okay, another one joining Sierra.
Papa Golf Juliet beginning downwind 26, touch and go. Juliet.
Okay, I will do my taxi lights on now for visibility reasons. Downwind checks, canopy closed. Seatbelts fastened, parking brake, release and power 4500 RPM. Flaps takeoff. Traffic is in sight. But since I'm in the circuit, I have got priority. Fuel pump on, landing light on, the speed is okay, and we're on the correct altitude. 700 feet. Nice. Traffic behind me. Knots, check, and 500 feet above the road. No traffic in final. Juliet turning final 26, touch and go.
Full flying Oscar, moment.
Speed is okay. Full flaps. Nicely on the glide path. Two red, two green. Two white, two green. Okay, power to idle. Alright, flaps take off, full power.
Flying Oscar, final 26, full stop. Okay.
And suggest we leave the circuit now. After takeoff checks. Flaps up, fuel pump, landing light, I will leave it on because of visibility. Servo disengage.
Pump auto, right, lining up, runway 26. Okay. Careful, we just had a hair crossing in front of us.
Of course, Juliet is leaving the circuit.
Okay. Sorry, what was to be careful for? On the runway, just had a hair run out in front of us, just be careful. Yeah, copy.
Leveling off. Yeah. Weather is deteriorating. Okay. Gyro is still lined up. And maybe when we reach ISO we can do a steep turn. Steep turn is 45 degrees bank.
Popping on Mike, leaving the circuit. That's a go. That's out.
Okay, let's initiate a steep turn. Inside checks. Everything in green.
About 12 kilo off Charlie with
speed is good.
pilot bolt
800 feet. Fuel pump, landing light on. Taxi light, I will leave it on for visibility. Okay. Then turn left.
Radio from Hotel Victor Echo Sierra, taxiing out again. Flight number 10, same details. Same details.
And pull the stick and apply a little bit more power. not bad. Should have applied a little bit more power there. Okay, we're now following the river, the IJssel to the south. Right hand side we have Twello, and this is Deventer on our left. Beautiful. Let's see if I can find the airfield. Nice, I'm feeling quite comfortable actually. Okay, let's do another steep turn around the lake. And we are now actually entering our low flying zone, where we practice some air work, emergency landings, things like that. Alright, steep turn around the lake. Inside checks, aux pump, landing light on. Outside checks. No traffic. Left hand turn.
Roger, 26. 26, 5 Bravo Whiskey. South Whiskey Route, landing up, 26.
A little bit more power.
Sierra landing up on it.
And we roll out. Nice. Already getting better now.
Teuge Radio, Fox Mike Oscar. We're going to get details.
Right one.
Same details. Whiskey Bravo leaving the circuit to the northeast. So.
Okay. Nice. Now we can follow the IJssel further to Zutphen. The way, the reason I'm flying to the south now is the bad weather is coming from the south. So when you have bad weather incoming, it's always better to have the field in your back. So when things get worse, you can always return to your airfield. If you're flying away from the bad weather, you might not be able to come back. Zutphen. Oh, let's make a loop around it. Station. Let's make a steep turn. Back to the airfield. Inside checks, ox pump, landing light on.
Whiskey lining up to 6. That's it.
Okay, straight in front of me is Buslo, which is a main reference point for Teuge. I think the first two landings were okay. Soft landings actually. Maybe a little bit far down the runway.
Okay.
I think I should have landed a little bit more early on the runway. Teuge, it's no problem because the runway is long enough, but still.
Teuge, Papa Hotel Romeo Golf Juliet is 1 minute out of Buslo, approaching from the southeast. Papa Golf Juliet, Roger, you for runway 26 left hand circuit. 26 left hand circuit, Papa Golf Juliet.
Okay. We're approaching Buslo now, and from there we will look for Sierra, which is the main entry point. Sierra is in sight.
And the Papa Golf Whiskey Bravo is approaching Sierra from the east in about 2 minutes, and we got Romeo Golf Juliet in sight.
Okay, you got me in sight, nice.
Papa Golf Juliet over at Sierra.
Okay. Twello in sight. Downwind checks, canopy closed, seatbelts fast, parking brake release. Power 4500 RPM. Flaps take off. Fuel pump on, landing light on. Speed is coming back to 80 knots. And looking out for traffic.
Sierra. That's it.
Pop Juliet joining mid downwind 26 touching go. Okay. End of downwind. Power 3700.
Papa Echo Sierra, turning final for full stop.
Traffic in sight. Turning base now. Let's approach. Traffic behind me, and one on final, 500 feet. Juliet turning final 26, let's go. Full flaps. A little bit high on profile and a little bit fast, so got the power.
Foxtrot Oscar, 2 minutes Sierra from the east. That's it.
A little bit too high. Beautiful. Flaps take off, full power. 55 knots, rotate.
Papa Whiskey Bravo, final to 6, full stop.
Feet after takeoff checks. Flaps up. Turbo disengage, landing lights, fuel pump on. Pop Juliet turning downwind 26, touching go. Now in checks, canopy closed, seatbelts fast, park and brake. Release, power 4500 RPM. Landing lights, fuel pump on, speed is okay, altitude is okay. No traffic. Flaps.
Foxtrot Oscar, overhead Sierra, runway 26, full stop.
Yeah, traffic at Sierra. Power 3600. approach. Feet above the road, check. Speed is good. Papa Golf Juliet, turning final, 26, touching off.
Over Sierra, Papa Kilo over Charlie, 26, left hand. Preflight base, 26.
Okay, speed is a bit high. 65 knots. And now we try to land a little bit more early on the runway because we overshoot a little bit the first times. Takeoff, full power.
With Downwind 26, full stop, Papa Kilo off Charlie.
55 knots, rotate.
Preflight's up, Mike Oscar, turning final, runway 26, full stop.
Right, 400 feet after takeoff checks. Flaps up, fuel pump, landing light on, turbo disengage. Okay. Rain has almost stopped as far as I can see.
Final 26, full stop, Papa Kilo off Charlie. That's it.
Papa Juliet, beginning downwind 26, touching over. Okay. Downwind checks, canopy closed, seatbelts fast, parking brake release, power 4500 RPM, flaps take off, fuel pump on, landing light on. Speed is okay, 700 feet, everything in the green, and looking for traffic. No. Let's switch tanks. Okay. End of downwind, 3600 RPM. Speed is coming back. And turning base. Flaps approach.
Teuge Radio, de Papa Hotel 3 Bravo 7.
500 foot above the road.
Hotel 3
Check.
Bravo 7, Teuge, go ahead.
3 Bravo 7, 2 persons on board, local flight for 30 minutes I think. Request the drop information. Jerry, News is the runway 26, left hand circuit. 26, left hand, 3 Bravo 7.
And what's the captain's name?
Van der Merwe.
Roger.
Papa Golf Juliet, turning final, 26, touch and go. Flaps landing. Speed is a little bit high. Beautiful. Laps takeoff. Full power. 55 knots. Rotate. Nose over for speed a little bit. Feet after takeoff checks. Flaps up. Fuel pump on, landing light on. Turbo disengage. No traffic. And leveling off. Getting downwind 26, touch and go. Okay, downwind checks, canopy closed, seatbelts fast, parking brake release, power 4500 RPM, flaps takeoff, fuel pump, landing light on. No traffic, end of downwind. Power 3600 RPM.
Bravo 7, lining up 26.
And turning base. Flaps approach. Above the road, check. Papa Golf Juliet turning final 26, touching go.
3 Bravo 7 leaving circuit. Teuge Radio, de Delta Echo Tango Sierra Whiskey.
Flaps.
Delta Sierra Whiskey, Teuge, go ahead.
The Delta Sierra Whiskey is PA32 CFR from CFR to your field for landing and approaching Sierra. Request aerodrome info.
Roger, news runway 26, left-hand circuit.
26 left-hand circuit from Delta Sierra Whiskey.
Let's take off. 55 knots and rotate.
Teuge Radio,
Okay.
Foxtrot Hotel, Golf Bravo Charlie.
Foxtrot Bravo Charlie, Teuge, go ahead.
Foxtrot Bravo Charlie, Velis Electro, 2 POB, pilot in command, Grimmelswaan, circuit training,
400 feet.
request aerodrome information.
After takeoff checks, flaps up, fuel pump on,
Roger,
landing
news
light
runway
on,
26, left-hand circuit.
turbo disengage.
Runway 26, left-hand circuit, Foxtrot Bravo Charlie.
And since we are already in the sky for 1 hour, I think I'm gonna end the flight now. So return for a full stop.
Radio Papa Hotel Victor Echo Sierra.
Go ahead.
Papa Echo Sierra is flight number 11, safe details.
Roger.
Delta Sierra Whiskey is passing Sierra.
Tropical Juliet beginning downwind, 26 full stop. Okay, traffic in sight. Downwind checks, canopy closed, seatbelt fast, parking brake release, power 4500 RPM. He's deviating from me, nice, okay, flaps take off, fuel pump landing light on. Yeah, the entering airplane is making way from me because I'm in the circuit, I have priority. Good to know. Speed is good.
Teuge Radio, Fox Mike Oscar, ready for another flight, same as before.
Michael, start check.
Okay, end of downwind, power 3600 RPM. Now we turn base. Speed is good. Flaps approach. Above the road, check. Probable unit turning final 26 full stop. Flaps landing. Okay, a bit too high. Okay, nice. Take the next one. Nice.
Papa Golf Juliet, runway vacated.